Production.
In the mix.
With the commish, Nate.
Hey, happy Tuesday. Tuesday, oh my God. I skipped Monday. I just went right past Monday. I was just like, no Monday today. We're not doing Monday. Juke move, spin move from NCAA college. Not doing Monday today. Holy cow. Sorry. Happy Monday. What's up, Maniac? I didn't invite you because I'm like, Maniac's out working, doing his thing. If you want, Maniac, come jump in the chat. Feel free. I'm in there. I just didn't want to bother you. Plus, I kept moving it. This was supposed to happen at 9:30. And I was like, oh, no, wait. I got this thing. I got to punt it to 10:30. And I was like, oh, no, I got this other thing. And I had to punt it to 11. And I wasn't ready at 11. I had to punt it to 11:15. Okay, you guys didn't come here to listen to me just yap about all the reasons why we're starting a little bit later than normal. Let's go ahead and get here. Let's talk about the OMFL offseason. It's time to do an awards show. We're going to wrap up everything from Madden 24, at least as much of a bow as we can. And you can see my buddy Maniac here with me on this screen. Actually, since he's not here, let me go ahead and drag him out. Sorry, Maniac. There we go. We'll do that. And we're going to do that. And we're good to go now. Appreciate you being here. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to do a quick award show. Probably come back a little later. We've got OMFL Media Days happening a little later this afternoon. The first one of, I think, 13 shows or something crazy like that we have planned. So we're going to wrap things up here and then turn our attention to the rankings that are going to start popping out. I think some of them already started to drop a little bit today. And then we're going to look at imports as we look at Madden 25. Here's your OMFL Season 110 off-season Pro Bowl roster. There's quite a few players. So here's the one little change that we've made if you weren't paying attention. And that is if you missed 3 games or more, your players were void from all of the awards. So any Pro Bowl awards, if you had any off-season awards that you were up for vote, your players were removed from those things because too many stats got skewed or messed up from Sims or from CPU games. Sort of just removed all of these. Gadsden Walther, that's right, the Las Vegas quarterback. A little sip of coffee there. He comes in as your starting quarterback. Javonte Williams is your starting running back. Eli Barker, Alan Dyson, 2 brothers in arms there, or your starting wide receivers. Deontay Baker, your starting tight end. You can see your starting offensive lineman really owned by the San Antonio Desperados. They had such a spectacular season. Looking at the defense, Trey Mathers sort of held it down for the defensive line there. Again, a lot of San Antonio players on this entire roster. And a lot of Las Vegas players. Las Vegas really had a step forward this past year, played outstanding. Max Crosby moving the outside linebacker in a 3-4. He made the Pro Bowl roster here. Lamar Simmons made it. Nick Bonto? I don't know, probably messing that all up. Looking at your cornerbacks, you got DJ Turner, Patrick Surtain, CJ Gardner-Johnson still getting it done, man. He has been outstanding this entire Madden cycle. Justin Simmons, Brandon Bryson, 2 starting defensive players at safety position for the Denver Broncos, and then your specialist almost completely swept from the San Diego Chargers. Now, let's take a look at the NFC Pro Bowl roster here. Your starting quarterback is going to be Trey Lance, and not at all shocking. We all knew that this was going to be a thing. Trey Lance. Cal Grubbs, though, got to give a little tip of cap there to Mr. Tim. I hope that Cal makes it into Madden 25 because he was, in my opinion, a Hall of Famer in his small career here in the OMFL. Was not submitted for the Hall of Fame, which we'll cover in a little bit, but hopefully he makes it over to Madden 25. Isaiah is your starting running back. Jamison Williams, Darnell Mooney, your starting wide receivers. George Kittle, your starting tight end. You can see your offensive lineman there. Almost really heavily towards the San Francisco 49ers, who their names are kind of scattered throughout this entire roster here. Looking at the lineman, Mr. Clyde Rhodes, the import player there for Mr. Maniac, making a hell of a difference there for the Atlanta Falcons. Micah Parsons, a mainstay on that defensive line. Will McDonald for the Seattle Seahawks. King Braun, that guy was an absolute monster. Hate the name, though. Sorry, Roger, I do. But an absolute monster. What is with my camera here? Did we get bumped? I don't know. Let's do something real quick. No, we're good here. We're just bad on this other one. I don't know what happened. Anyway. King Braun, user, middle linebacker. Bruce Ross, an outstanding player who was drafted by Trey but handed off to Tim, and he had an outstanding season with him. Seattle having a lot of defensive players in the backfield. Tariq Wooden, Stone Bond, all making it in the starting rosters, and then Jalen Thompson and Brandon Jones. Looking at the specialists, all Dallas. Tyler Ben, Ryan Greco, Brandon Aubrey, all making it for the Dallas Cowboys. This guy not only dominates in every aspect of the field, offense, defense, he says, I want special teams too. So he goes ahead and he dominates there. Looking at your offensive rookies of the year, defensive rookies of the year, offensive player, just the awards, all the awards right here. Isaiah Pacheco, kind of clean sweeping it for offensive player of the year. He had an outstanding season in season 110. Tariq Woolen. I don't know. Can't come out. Woolen for the Seattle Seahawks. Meat Boy had just a play. I felt like he was like one or two plays away from actually getting to some championship games. Outstanding seasons this entire cycle. I'm sort of scatterbrained here. Coffee isn't kicking in. We're going to get it together, though. This is why I need Maniac. He's got to be here. He's going to fill in the space with his words so I can actually think. But, man, he was right there almost to the very end and did not get it. What screenshot, Mr. Maniac? I thought you grabbed all the screenshots that I needed. Now you got me wondering which one. Anyway, Oliver Howe, I don't know how he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Outstanding player. He will be making it into Madden 25. And then Jude Mullins for the Raiders, a safety. Jay Bowles had an outstanding season. He's sort of like hit, miss, hit, miss, hit, miss. The Raiders will be a force to be reckoned with as we moved into Madden 25. Here are your offensive. Why do I keep saying offensive? Oh, yeah, I still need that one. Yeah, don't worry. I still need that one. He did break some records. Isaiah Pacheco did, and so we still need that one. Here are your offseason coach award winners. The Gold Sheet, D-Money, Cincy Berg, Nicesonger. Good to see Nicesonger on the list. Fantasy Football, Denbrew, clean sweep there. Bird, Bronco Man. And some way, somehow, Dwayne still finds a way, even when he can't win something, to win something. He comes into last place here in the Fantasy Football Toilet Bowl. Mr. Joker won a ton of Toilet Bowls this past Madden cycle. He won against Priest, who came into second place. The Pick'em Lost Sniper, Mr. Maniac, Mr. Bill. See both of you in here. Appreciate you hanging out. I just realized there was an R that was left out there. My bad. We're gonna have to fix that. Your OMFL MVP was Trey Lance. Your photo of the year is no longer TBD. That's going to be announced here pretty soon. We'll get to that in the show. Owner of the year, just Mr. Jay Glaze. And then coach of the year, Mr. Maniac. Tip of the coffee cup to you, bud. Great season. Completely missed it. Now we go. It's a terrible show. This is what happens when Nate doesn't have the proper time to sort of think through all the things I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm just sitting here trying to wing it. Up next are going to be your incentives award winners: Mr. Beal, Lost Sniper, D. Wayne, D. Money, Bird, Denbrew, Maniac, and Nate. And your silver was Priest, Little Koch, Raj, and Byron. That's Mr. Black Cats. And then bronze was Nicesonger, Bronco Man, and Kevin. And yes, for some of you, I actually was really nice and kind. You didn't get there, but you were close, and I went ahead and gave it to you. So hopefully you see that and see that I am a pretty nice guy. Here's your photo of the year. Mr. Maniac swept that away. Not only your coach of the year, not only a bunch of award winners, but he gets photo of the year as his offensive line takes out J.C. Horn here for a touchdown from number 20. I don't know any of these players, but J.C. Horn got taken out there. His dad played for the Saints for a long time. Here are your final Madden 24 championship banners that were hung. As you can see, a lot of red, maroon. Would you call that maroon? I would call it red. Red and gold here for the San Francisco 49ers. 106, 109, and 110. In between there, we got Mr. Bronco Man at 107, Mr. Trey at 108. Trey almost had back-to-back, but he sort of gave that one away against Bronco Man, if I remember that one correctly. And then we're going to wrap it up with two more here, and these are going to be your OMFL Hall of Famers. There were only like 4 that were actually put up for vote. 2 of them made it. Mr. Maxwell Bass finally ending his career here in the OMFL. 14 seasons, 3 Madden cycles, 9-time Pro Bowler, OMFL champion, 109 receptions, 12,207 yards, and 92 touchdowns. A tight end that just for the longevity, never abused, but always showed up on big plays, and just a guy that just the longevity of his career. We rarely see guys go 14 seasons. He was really paid heavily time and time again, and ended up making the OMFL Hall of Fame. And then finally, Mr. Steve Ryder. This guy was just crazy, and hopefully is a guy that is remembered here in the OMFL for a long time. 8 seasons, 4-time Pro Bowler. He had some crazy seasons in there, but one of them was an MVP season, almost 40,000 passing yards, 337 touchdowns, 175 interceptions, a 60.5 completion percentage, and Mr. Kevin gets in, his quarterback. This guy could run. He could pass. Excuse me. If you played in the the NFC South at all against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you know how dynamic of a player this guy was. He could do it all. He did it all. And then finally, one that isn't up here is the one that Mr. Maniac was talking about in the chat, and that is that Mr. Isaiah Pacheco did break a record. We're going to have to get that one ready for you and get that up there, but that's going to put a bow on Madden 24. Terrible show. I need to get the coffee all the way down before we go. We've got allergies kicking in. I kept punting this show. I don't have my thoughts all the way together. Mr. Maniac's not in here hanging out with me. Whew, it's been a rough one, but we got through it. We got through it, and we had a good time. Why is this... Things started just changing on me. Well, we'll get it all fixed up. Finally, we got OMFL Media Days. That's going to come up here a little later today, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to have a show. See if we can remember exactly who's going to be on this show. New window. Today is going to be Mr. D-Money, Kevin, and Lost Sniper. I think all of those guys are going to be here today. I'm going to check my calendar just to absolutely make sure, because it doesn't tell me whenever you guys grab times. Yeah, so later today, we got D-Money, Kevin, and Lost Sniper. On Tuesday, we got a couple of different shows. So an early show in the morning with Mr. Nice Songer. He's got to work some crazy night hours, so we're going to squeeze him in the morning here. In the afternoon at 5, we've got Mr. Maniac and Mr. Flurry. They're going to be at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern time. And then tomorrow night, so 3 shows tomorrow night, 9:30 a.m., 4 p.m. These are all Central times. And then 8 p.m., we got Bill, Rob, and Bird. Those are the 3 shows tomorrow. On Wednesday, so far, we got Bronco Man and Twinkie at 4 p.m. on Wednesday. And then 8 p.m. on Thursday, we've got Rob Feltman. That is, I already forgot who that is. I think that was actually Bronco Man. Maybe not. Anyway, we got Tim, Chris. I don't even remember who Chris is. See, you guys got to stop putting your real names. You got to give me the OMFL names, because I can't remember any of these. And then Friday at 4 p.m., we got Jay Glaze and Luca. And that is going to wrap up this week of shows, and then they'll continue next week. We've got shows Monday. We've got 2 shows on Tuesday. Try and delete some of these so they don't get in the way. 2 shows on Tuesday, 1 show on Thursday, big show on Thursday, and then 1 show on Friday. And I think that's it. We're still trying to push for some more, so hopefully we'll get some more in here. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of more guys. I started to send a bunch of them to DMs like, hey, I need you to sign up. I need you to come hang out with us. So hopefully we'll get those done. Mr. Maniac said, my question to D-Money, why do you still play here? Trust me, I've asked him several times why he still plays here. He doesn't know why he still plays here. He likes beating up on us, I guess. Probably is Little Koch. I can never remember. I start to remember and then I forget because we have a lot of Kevins in this league. We have a lot of Randys in this league. And we have a lot of Chris's in this league. Chris, Randy, and Kevin. And because of that, I can't ever remember who's who. It's sort of hard to keep up with. Guys, I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm going to go finish my coffee. I'm going to go I think he is as well. A lot of Kevins, a lot of Randys, a lot of Chris's. A Bird, I think, is a Chris. I think I got that right. So, a lot of guys, same names. I can never keep up. Too many of them in this league, but that is going to wrap it up. And I'm going to go get my thoughts together. I think at noon I have a quick call, but after that, I'm free. I maybe do a little streaming, maybe a little NCAA. I don't know. Kind of pissed off at that game right now, not enjoying it. And then a little mindset shift has to happen with that game. It's not a sim game. It is not a sim game. It is an arcade game. And so anyway, I got to shift that in my head. I got a lot of things to catch up on the Deuce. I just can't keep up. It's always my worry about playing in more than the OMFL. I just cannot keep up. Bird's hounding me about getting my other league started. So I'm probably going to do all that. We'll be back at 4 p.m. Central Time today as we do OMFL Media Days. I got to get that ready. So hopefully you guys come and hang out with us. Hopefully Maniac is with me. I don't know if D-Wayne's going to be able to be here, but it should be a ton of fun. Guys, I love you. Remember, take care of yourselves. Take care of those around you. Know that you matter to me. I love you, and we'll see you on the next one.
Smash that like and subscribe.